Hey everyone, welcome to the Team Hardcore call. Today is Thursday, July 6th, and we are right at the point of summit. So whether you are going or not, I wanted to do this call just to kind of get you prepared for what's about to go down next week. Again, whether you're going or not, you will, if you're in this business and you want to work this business, or even if it's just casually, you'll want to know how do you handle all this? And especially if you follow a lot of coaches, you're going to see a lot of stuff going on, and it's just something I want you to be prepared for, whether you're going or not. So I'm not going to go through like the logistics of what to expect at Summit, because every single summit is different. How many summits have I been to? I don't know. Gosh, has it been 7 or 8? I mean, I've been coaching for 9 years. I think I missed the very first summit. I started in June. I think I missed maybe my very first summit. I don't know. So I think it's been maybe 8 summits. My point is every single one has been different. So I don't know exactly what to expect, and I've never been to New Orleans. So what I'm going to address here is not like the logistics of, hey, make sure that you do this and do that, and make sure that you have pack this because New Orleans has that, and the weather. Nah, I'm not going to be good at that kind of stuff. So, and also I wanted to apologize to you because this week was going to be Jamie and Kim Fitzpatrick, and they did have to cancel, reschedule at the last second. So they said, please give your team our sincerest apologies. And so please, I hope you guys understand, but they will be on our team call soon, and I can't wait because they are an amazing couple. Jamie, of course, in the top 10 this year. So he's got a lot to do getting ready for Summit as well. I don't like it that you can like see me over here, so I'm gonna move that. It's like it's distracting me that I can see my hands moving. Okay, so first of all, so I've got 5 tips for you, and this should be pretty quick. I don't want to take up a lot of your time. So 5 tips, and if you are not going to Summit, you really only need to listen to the first 3. So after the first 3, you can kind of check out if you want. You have my permission. So number 1 is be in the know. Be in the know. So one of the best pages to follow would be your TBB, Team Beachbody Coach 411 page. And some of you maybe didn't even know that page existed. So search that in your Facebook search field and make sure that you are following and have liked that page. Another one is obviously our team page, our Coach Success team page. I mean, there's what, 15,000 coaches in there now? People are going to be posting stuff and updates, and just beware that that's like not the official word on anything, right? That's not the official word, but definitely, being aware of what's being posted in that page is a good idea. Also, your Coach Online Office, the FAQ, anything that you need to know that is like being launched. Like Shift Shop is being launched July 12th, next week, Wednesday. So actually, technically a day before Summit starts, Shift Shop is being launched. At least that's what I think. I mean, gosh, again, check your FAQ. Never take my word as the official word. But I believe it's Wednesday it's actually being launched. Maybe it's not till Thursday that that it's in challenge pack form. Again, go to your FAQ. Actually, it's FAQ 773. I did write that down. FAQ 773. So in your Coach Online Office, FAQ 773 talks about Shift Shop. And I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday, July 12th. So the other place to be in the know is if you are going, especially if you are going to Summit, you've got to get the Coach Summit app. That's going to show you your itinerary and everything you need to know. So make sure you have that app. So let me go through those again. Team Beachbody 411 page, our team page, the Coach Online Office, the FAQ specifically within your Coach Online Office, and then if you're going to Summit, make sure you also have the Coach Summit app. Okay, number 2 tip, and this is a big one. Whether you're going to Summit or not, there's announcements, big announcements being made at Summit, and you kind of get this panic attack feeling like, oh my gosh, they just announced this big thing, and I need to get it on social media first. And you check your Facebook, your Instagram, and you see people are already posting about it, and you feel like you've got to post about it. So you quickly take a blurry screenshot and you post about it. And believe me, I get it because I've been there. You kind of get this panic feeling like, oh, everyone's doing it, I've got to do it too. And so for those of you that like are following me for updates, just know that I really try not to do that because I don't want to spam my newsfeed with a whole bunch of like blurry screenshots and posts that aren't making any sense and mean nothing to the people that really don't know what Shift Shop is, or don't know what BOD is, or they don't know what Shakeology is. So it really ends up turning them off, you guys. And I don't want you to turn off some of these people that, you know, are really following you and they've really come to like you and who you are and what you're about and your story. That's why they're following you, not because of some new product or some new announcement or whatever. So I really want you to pull back that excitement and don't be, you know, try to avoid those quick posts about everything, because it's not a race, you guys. It's not a race to make the sales or to get the people excited to buy from you or whatever. It's not a race. So when you see, you know, especially if you follow a bunch of coaches and you see everyone's posting about something, just relax. Don't worry. Like, you're following them, but your followers aren't following them. You could literally ask your followers, hey, do you know Janelle Summers? And all your followers will go, no, who's that? They're not following the same people you're following. So they're not seeing that in their newsfeed. So don't worry, you can slow down, figure out, and use the skills that you know about social media, about what works, what people do want to see. Think about what you would want to see so that your social media doesn't all of a sudden turn into a commercial during Summit. And again, this happens even for people that are not there. And in fact, sometimes, more often, I feel like sometimes for people that are not there, because they feel panicked, like I've got to make sure I stay you know, on track with all the people that are there, so I've got to be posting all this stuff. And you don't. You do not. It's not a race. And usually anything that is launched at Summit, it's not available that day. I mean, usually. I mean, Shift Shop, like I said, I think is going to be available the day before. So you can start gathering interest for that now. And hopefully you have been over the last several months. So there's no race on that either. There's no race. So just relax and do things with thought and with heart, and that makes sense, and things that really add value for people. So don't forget the skills that you've learned with social media. So number 3, have your post-summit calendar planned out. Even if it means at this point you just start jotting down the things that you want to do in July and in August, start planning that now. Because one thing that can happen after Summit, especially for those people who are going to Summit, is that you can feel overwhelmed and like you need like a week to recover from Summit, okay? So make sure you have some things in place now. Get yourself ahead of the game. Schedule an email to go out, schedule like posts to go out, schedule some things, and have a success partner or someone that you're gonna work on with something, so that you're ahead of the game, okay? And so that you don't come back from Summit and you're just like, oh, I'm exhausted. Where do I even begin? Where do I start? What do I do? Like, get your ducks in a row. And I hate that phrase actually, because you never have all your ducks in a row. Get some things laid out right now. And that way you've got something starting in July. Now, I highly recommend that you plan out having a free group in July. I'm about to announce my next free group. I have a series of free groups that I do. As you guys know, I've done like Sugar Busters. I'm about to do one that's a salad a day challenge. Please don't everyone do all the same free groups. Let's not all copy each other. Come up with some things that excite you, that you want to do, that have meaning to you, and do a free group with that. It can be anything that kind of speaks to you. You don't have to be an expert on it. You just need to clearly state, look, I'm not an expert on this. This is something where it's a group where we're all going to learn something each day and help each other figure something out, or blah, 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 okay? But I do recommend it be something that you are passionate about and that you are willing to learn about, so that you are offering some value to that group. So free group for sure, get something in place for that. And then a group for your Shift Shop people. Now, whenever a new product launches, I of course, talk about the fact that I'm going to be doing this group, but I also give people the option to not do Shift Shop if they don't want to do that. So in other words, I don't say, look, hey, if you can't do Shift Shop, you are not in the group. It's only us Shift Shoppers in the group. I don't roll like that. It's completely up to you how you do it. If I have someone that's like, oh gosh, I've been really wanting to work on my fitness and blah, 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 but yet I just had knee surgery and I know that Shift Shop is not going to be the right thing for me right now, cool. With my paid challenge groups, they can choose another program. I don't want to weed anyone out. So that's up to you how you handle that, but I definitely recommend that you have some type of group that where maybe the majority of people are focusing on Shift Shop and you are doing Shift Shop. That would be a good idea. Okay, so number 3, as far as preparing your post-summit calendar, is that Carl Daikeler, the CEO, is going to do a surge. Write down this date on Wednesday, July. I didn't write down the date. It's the 19th, though. The 18th or 19th really sticks out in my head. I wrote down that it's at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, July 19th. July 19th. July 19th. So that is when Carl is doing the surge. So those surges are always awesome. And I know Kim Fitzpatrick is one of the ones speaking on that call. Trying to think who else. Don't know off the top of my head. Thank you, Hannah. Hannah's like, it's the 19th, Janelle. Thank you. So yeah, so the surge with Carl Daikeler, make sure that you watch that. Those are always great. So that's Wednesday, July 19th at 5 p.m. Pacific, which is 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. What is that mountain? 5, 6, 7. Can't think. Anyway, okay, so the next 2 tips are for those who are going to Summit. Oh, I have one more. Even if you're not going to Summit, hang on. Stick with me one more second here. The Team Cup is in August. Team Cup. Don't feel pressure and stressed about Team Cup, okay? It's just something fun, okay? I don't know if they're going to do Team Cup a little differently this time. I haven't looked at it. But the FAQ is 3443. You can start now putting your teams together. Usually it's teams of 5. And all it is 5 coaches saying, hey, let's really keep each other accountable to do our best in our business for the month of August. That's it. It doesn't have to be anything overblown. You can keep in touch with each other via text. You can keep in touch with each other via a thread and Facebook messages. You can have coaches from other teams be on your team. You don't even have to all be on the same team. I mean, it's really just kind of like a challenge group where you're getting people together and saying, hey, let's support each other. We all have different goals. Let's support each other. Let's have fun with this. Let's find a way to make this more fun, to challenge each other, and have possibly our best month ever. So that is for August. So Team Cup challenges. There are so many people that have said, you know, Team Cup, that was the time in my business where I realized what I could do. And I learned so much from these other coaches, or I learned so much about myself. And that group mentality really helped me kind of kick it up a notch and go to a new level. So Team Cup challenge all the way. So FAQ 3443, check that out. Okay, so now if you're not going to Summit, you can go ahead and check out. I'll allow it. My 4th tip is that during Summit, you have to be open to just taking in those nuggets, okay? And what I mean by that is that when you're at Summit and you're going through all these workshops and all these trainings, your brain can just start spinning. It can be really overwhelming, and you can start to feel like, I'm not doing enough. Like, oh my gosh, like, how am I so awful? It can happen because you're going to all these trainings, and every coach does things differently. Every single coach does things differently, and they're doing different things. And so it can kind of be like this panic attack again, like, oh my gosh, like, I've never done that before, and I'm not doing that, and all this time I'm not doing that, and how was I not doing that? And you can overload yourself, and you can overload your brain. So realize that not everything everyone is doing is meant for you to do. No matter how successful they are, not everything I'm doing is meant for you to be doing. So really have an open mind to just kind of be a sponge, take it all in, take great notes, and I want you to just be in the habit of taking notes and writing down action steps. When there's certain things that you hear that you want to start implementing, write down an action step, and then that night prioritize things. Go through your notes again and say, okay, what really makes sense for me to do in my business? Because there's a whole bunch of busy work out there that can keep you real busy and real busy. That doesn't necessarily mean it's effective for you. And what the amount of time that you have, or your style, or your team culture. So not everything that every coach is doing that you're going to get training on is going to necessarily be for you. So just be open to those nuggets. There's going to be so many little like aha moments and takeaways, and it's really a lot of mindset stuff too. So be open to that. Take good notes and make action lists, okay? And be ready after Summit to just kind of prioritize them and say, hey, this is something I'm going to try in August. Here's something I'm going to try in September, and see what works for you. There've definitely been things that extremely successful coaches are doing where I'm like, you know what, that's awesome for them, but that would not work for me. Or vice versa. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. And I know that's something that would work with my time frame and would save me time, et cetera, et cetera. So be excited for all those things. And lastly, number 5 is don't play the comparison game. So easy to do at Summit. Here you are with thousands of other coaches, and you can sometimes feel like, oh my gosh, like there's so many of us. How can I really stand out? Please do not think like that, because each and every single one of you is unique. And this isn't a corporation where there's only going to be 3 senior VPs, only going to be 3 people who ever make it to the senior VP level. That's not how this business works. We all have equal opportunity. So it's just a matter of who continues to plug away and stick with it. And so many people, honestly, will play the comparison game and they will give up. Don't be that average person who does that. Be that person that's like, sees people on stage and goes, why not me? Why not me next year? Why not me by the end of this year, or whatever? Be that person that is inspired by other people, but don't compare, because so many times you're comparing to someone who's been doing this business for like 5 years, and maybe you've been doing it 3 years. You cannot even compare that. Or you're comparing to someone who's been through different things that you haven't been through, or maybe is sacrificing a heck of a lot more things that you're not willing to sacrifice. And so do not compare your journey to someone else's, and do not compare anything. You're going to hear lots of ranks, you're going to hear lots of success stories, and I just don't want you to get in that mindset of comparing, because you're on your own journey. So definitely, if anything, look at them and go, okay, yeah, why not me? If she can do it, I can do it. Have that kind of a mindset. So I don't know if there's any questions, because I can't see the chat over on the side, but please let me know under the Coach Success group in the pinned post under the comment section if you have any questions. I'm so excited to see you all. I hope that you are signed up for the PIO workout Friday morning. I'll be on stage with Shalene, and hope to see you there. And of course, we've got the Power of I Am tickets that are almost sold out. I hope you saw that I posted about that, sent a team email about that. Excuse me. They're almost sold out, and other teams can go. So if you know other coaches from other teams that want to go with you, they can go. At this point, we've put it out there enough that since we do have some tickets left, and we do want to make sure that we sell out so that we can pay for our venue, we are allowing other teams to come in as well. So the Power of I Am, I don't have the link like memorized, it's super long, but it's in that Coach Success Facebook group as well. So I hope you can make it there. That's Thursday morning from, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm saying off the top of my head. I think so. Anyway, don't miss that. And I think that's it. So you guys have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. And we will not be having a call next week, Thursday, due to Summit. I'll see you there. Thanks.